is time for the Week 3 review. Starting with the Thursday game. This one might have been the easiest pick of the week. Well, you could argue there was another that was even easier, but Giants 49ers, the 49ers have been on an absolute tear, and the Giants have had a questionable start to the year. They were lucky they came back against the Cardinals, but they are very close to being 0-3, but they're 1-2 instead. They're barely holding on. Daniel Jones, he sucks. I'm done with him. I never thought he was anything crazy, but I just think he's done. I think the Giants should probably give up, unless he really does something this year. Which I don't see happening. What's he supposed to do? What's he supposed to do? Throw touchdowns to Darius Slayton? What's he supposed to do? And it just hurts. They don't have Barkley. He's injured. Tough situation. Giants are screwed. They suck, and I like to see it. I'm enjoying it. 49ers are good. My one fantasy football team, I have McCaffrey, Kittle, and Debo, and they all did very well for me. They did very well. So 49ers, just like I said, easy pick. I don't know why you would go with the Giants. I guess the line was minus 10.5 when we did the review video. So, of course, I would take that. That's just, there's no way. The Giants, it was rough for a Thursday night game. I'm glad I didn't pay attention to too much of it, because it was just, it is what it is. But first game of the Sunday games, 1 o'clock, Browns versus the Titans. Funny thing about this one, I was very worried. I didn't know who to pick in this one, because I was like, is Deshaun Watson going to show up for the Browns for once this year or not? And are the Titans just going to slow walk their way into a victory? They didn't. Luckily, I picked the Browns minus 3.5, 27-3. Ended up blowing them out. Deshaun played well. What do you expect? Browns were without Chubb, so I wasn't sure how it would go. It's funny, they got Pierre Strong. Pats traded him over there. He actually had the most rushing yards, but Jerome Ford had the touchdown. Derrick Henry, they couldn't get him going. It was just a blowout from the start. Tannehill's done. They should tank this year. They really should. I can't believe they added DeAndre Hopkins to this team. I don't know why DeAndre Hopkins wanted to go here, because they are just, I think the Titans are absolutely screwed. Imagine if Derrick Henry gets injured this year too. They would be really screwed. Titans, I'm going to be looking to pick against them in most of their games coming up, but Browns are good. They got a good defense this year. This is, they really needed Chubb. They really needed Chubb this year, because I feel like they'd be onto something if they had Chubb, because I feel like Watson, he's going to slowly start getting it going as the year goes. And even if the Browns don't do that well, Watson will just blame it on somebody else, even though he's grabbing face masks. But, up next, easy pick. Like I said, Browns 2-1, Titans to 1-2. Not going to be looking to pick the Titans too much at all this year. But next game, we got Lions-Falcons. Took the Lions, minus 3. Thank you, Lions. You did it. Jared Goff, solid game. Gibbs had 80 yards. St. Brown, 102. 9 catches, 102. Falcons were pretty much like the Titans. Just couldn't get anything going. Did not make much happen. I didn't see a ton of this. The Pats played at 1, so when the Patriots play, especially if it's at 1, I'm going to be more focused on that game, and I kind of just pay attention to the others, the scores. I look at who gets the touchdowns, whatever. Pay attention to fantasy football, but didn't see a ton of it. But Lions, picked them last week. They disappointed me against the Seahawks, but they held on strong this week. Good win for them. Good win. Laporta looks legit. He's usually some of these rookie tight ends, I feel like they come in and they're not ready to go some of the times, but he seems pretty good. The Detroit defense, pretty solid. Pretty solid. We'll see how they go. They're at 2-1. Falcons are at 2-1. Falcons are fine. I don't know. I mean, with Bijan, they're always gonna have a shot, but I don't know. I feel like Kyle Pitts, Drake London, they've been a little disappointing. I was ready for Pitts to have like a breakout year. I don't think he's gonna have one now. I feel like this should be the year. And I thought Drake London was just gonna, make it happen this year, but we'll see. I don't know. Not a great week for the Falcons, but this should be fine. There are other teams that had worse weeks. Trust me. Saints-Packers is up next. I'm really disappointed by this one because I feel like the Saints had this one, but then Derek Carr got injured. I'm not even sure. I forget when in the game he got injured, but they were dominating. And then Packers come back. Packers down 17-0 going into the fourth. Then they get 18 points. Crazy. Actually, I don't even know. Let's check out the summary. So yeah, I don't even know how it went. So they got the field goal, 11 minutes left, and then 7 minutes left. Snagged a touchdown, went for 2, and then scored with like 3 minutes left. Like the Saints still had a chance. I mean, Jameis Winston. I mean, let's be real here. Jameis Winston is career backup at this point. You can't expect much from him. Losing Carr, that's going to hurt. I think he's questionable for this week, but I think on fantasy he was projected for 0. It's usually not a good sign, but who knows? It could end up being okay, and he'll play this week. If not, maybe he's out for a few. I'm not even sure what his injury is. I gotta look. Oh yeah, shoulder injury. Okay, shoulder injury for Carr. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. But not even the worst team this week, because this team right here is the worst team this week. 70-20. Oh my God. This was one that I was really paying attention to. I mean, it was just crazy. You had the Dolphins. First off, they just were dominating. They were just dominating. I mean, 35 points at halftime. And then all of a sudden, second half, they just had all these big plays. I mean, Mostert had 3 touchdowns. A-Chain, dominating. Massive run. 67-yard run. Chris Brooks. Who the hell is Chris Brooks? Even he had a 52-yard run. But Tyreek Hill had a big touchdown. Robbie Chosen Anderson had a big touchdown. I mean, they couldn't be stopped. And then Mostert had he caught a touchdown too. I mean, he just went off. Him and A-Chain. My God. I don't think anybody had them starting this week in their lineups, but those guys, they went off. It was insane. The Broncos, rough spot. Cortland Sutton. I got him in the league. Thank God he did. Okay, but yeah, Javonte Williams, Samaje Perine. I'll bring this up the entire year. I remember somebody commented, one of the early videos. They're like, Broncos are going to have a top 5 backfield when the season ends. Are you sure about that? Dolphins killed them, 70-20. I mean, Tua looks good. I think they're in a really good spot. The Dolphins, Chiefs, and they didn't win this week, but maybe Cowboys. They seem like the toughest teams. Hell, the Bills made a pretty good case this week as well. But up next, Chargers, Vikings. Thank God I went with the Chargers on this one. I had them. Oh yeah, so the last one I had Saints, but obviously they lost. I feel like they should have won, but that is technically a loss. But and then Dolphins, I had them -6.5. So I forgot to even talk about this stuff. But Chargers, I had them +1. Vikings, the line was -1. I was like, all right, I'll take the Chargers there. The funny thing is, the Chargers shouldn't have even won this, dude. They were at what? They're 25. They're on 25. They go for it. Staley sucks. Staley sucks. I mean, he's just terrible. He needs to go. They should have lost this one. But the Vikings, I don't know what's up with the Vikings this year. They got Justin Jefferson. Even Madison finally showed up for this game. Kirk Cousins had a crazy good game. Well, not crazy good, but he put up like big numbers. But the Vikings, Vikings are in a weird spot. I don't know. 0-3, that's tough. Chargers are keeping themselves alive, but Keenan Allen, it helps when you got Keenan Allen just tearing it up. And then what was it? He threw a touchdown pass he threw a 49-yard touchdown pass to Mike Williams, and then Mike Williams got hurt, out for the year. So, tough position again for the Chargers. I mean, they missed Eckler in this one. Josh Kelly couldn't get him going at all. 11 carries, 12 yards. That's terrible. But luckily they got Justin Herbert, who 405, 3 TDs. I mean, threw the ball 47 times, 40 completions. Insanity. Just insanity. But hey, Chargers pulled it out. 1-2, Vikings 0-3. Jeez. It's like, it's really looking like last year was a fluke. I mean, that was always the worry. But this is a rough start for them. It's not over, but 0-3. That's just tough. That's really tough. You know what else was tough? Watching the Patriots play the Jets. I'm not even gonna lie, this was tough because the Jets, they are awful because of Zach Wilson. Defense is good. And the Pats, Mac Jones, he's okay. He's alright, he's solid, I guess. But then he has nobody to throw to. Pharaoh Brown. 2 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown. That's our best receiver in this game. What the hell? Kendrick Bourne, 4 for 46. Sounds about right for him. He's not number one. Devontae Parker, 2 catches, 19. He's not number one. It's just, I don't like watching them. They're just not good. Offensively, they're not good. Zeke, running the ball. He's a little washed. Stevenson, he's been okay. This game was terrible. I hated this game. Just was a really bad game. It was awful. It was so bad. Jets got Trevor Siemian. Watch out. Watch out. Yeah, thank God. I mean, the Patriots continue the streak of like what? How many times straight have they beaten the Jets? It's so crazy. But yeah, I took them -2.5. I took them. Why not? 5-point win. And then, of course, the Hail Mary at the end. It was pretty close. Cobb was in the area to catch the tip. But they couldn't do it. Not a great game. It was a shit game. But I'm sure this one was bad too. Bills versus the Commanders. Funny thing about this one, I took Bills, but I took them +6. I thought the Commanders would just stay in the zone. And then, I mean, just look. The Bills. Look. Big dog, little dog, all right? That's all there is to it. The Bills destroyed them, 37-3. Josh Allen didn't even have to do much. He ran one in. Latavius Murray ran one in. Gabe Davis, 1 catch, touchdown. And then Stephon Diggs, 8 for 111. Pretty good. But Commanders, Jahan Dotson, I took him in a couple of leagues hoping this would... I thought he was showing flashes last year. I thought this would be a breakout year for him. But he's got Sam Howell throwing to him again. Sam Howell, 4 picks. Oh my God. You want to see something funny? Go to the ASMR for Football Fans videos. There's a couple of comments there. They're like, Sam Howell proving you're wrong. That was after the first 2 weeks. Comes out week 3, 4 picks. He's not proving anybody wrong. All right. No offense. All right. He's going to be a good career backup, but he's not your number one guy. But Bills played well. Defense really showed up, but just, sorry, Sam Howell. Sam Howell ain't it. Sam Howell ain't it. That's all I can say. But up next, Texans Jaguars. Disappointing one here. Jaguars. I'm ready to give up on the Jaguars. I'm starting to think last year their little playoff win. Forget it, man. Just forget it. They're trash. They came back against the Chargers, who are also trash because they have a trash coach. I don't know. But I think the Jaguars could recover. Great game for Stroud. I mean, he's been solid. He's been solid. I mean, this one, 2 touchdowns. No picks, no sacks, 280 yards, 20 for 30. I mean, that's pretty good. Pretty good. It's good stuff. So, yeah, I mean, what else? Pierce ran one in. Tank Dell, crazy good game. 168-yard touchdown, that's pretty good. Brevin Jordan, no clue who that is, but caught a touchdown pass. Christian Kirk got one for the Jags, and Tank Bigsby ran one in. Okay. But yeah, Jags. Come on, Jags. 1-2. Your same record as the Texans. Come on. But great win from the Texans. Stroud's looking good. It's looking like that was the right pick. Let's see. Will Anderson. 3 solo tackles. 2 QB hits. Not bad, I guess. Not bad for the Rook. But, yes. I think is that the last 1 o'clock game. Let's see. Oh no, Colts-Ravens. Colts-Ravens is also 1 o'clock. Oh yeah, this is the last 1 o'clock one, yes. Colts-Ravens. Man, Lamar Jackson. He choked. They should have won this one, dude. And then Justin Tucker missed a field goal. That doesn't happen. But Lamar, I mean, he ran 101 yards and a touchdown, and 2 touchdowns running, but I feel like that last drive couldn't get it done. So we'll see. They should have won this one. Come on, it was Minshew. That's who was playing. A lot of field goals from the Colts. Zach Moss, 30 carries, 122. They really let him cook. But yeah, Lamar, good game running, but end of the game, had to take him up the field, couldn't get it done. Let's see, play by play. I kind of forget how it went, but I remember I was like, what is he doing? Yeah, so they had it at the 46. All they got was 4 plays. Incomplete. Pass for 7 yards. Incomplete. They needed him to throw. Maybe he should have took off running or something. Should have ran. I don't know. Obviously it was a fine game from him, but just disappointing ending. Especially since I had faith in him. I picked them. I picked the Ravens. I had Ravens. -8. That didn't happen. They lost. Had the Jaguars -8.5. They lost. These steep lines, man. I fell into the trap. But no, Colts and Texans, good wins. Colts are 2-1. They need JT. They need JT to come back. Help them out. But, it is what it is. Still early. Both those teams, though, they're fine. They're fine. Both 2-1. So, into the 4 o'clock games. Panthers, Seahawks. Here we go. 37-27. We had, Seahawks -6.5. Got the dub. Kenneth Walker. Have him in 1 league. I appreciate you, man. You got the job done. Andy Dalton. Not terrible. 34 for 58. That's pretty rough, but 361 yards. 2 touchdowns. Not bad. Thielen. Vintage Thielen came out for this game. Even Chark had a good game. He had a big catch. But Miles Sanders ran one in. But yeah, Kenneth Walker, 2 TDs, 97 yards. Jake Bobo. Nice name. Caught a touchdown. But yeah, Geno. Not a bad day for Geno. 1 pick, but 296, 1 touchdown. Got the job done. DK was over 100. But yeah, solid win for the Seahawks. They're at 2-1, keeping themselves afloat. That's one way to put it. But we'll see how they continue. Like Panthers aren't the toughest competition out there. They're at 0-3 now. But rebuilding year. It's all good. No worries at all. But Bears have their pick. But it is what it is. But speaking of the Bears, same thing as the Dolphins game. Just it's at halftime. It's 34-0. At least the Broncos had a couple points. The Bears had nothing, ended up with 10 in the fourth. Mahomes dominated. Pacheco, good game. Kelsey, good game. Not much to say about this one. Chiefs were minus 13 for this one. Yeah, they beat that one pretty well. Won by 31, so really not much to say. Let's just look at the box score here. But Mahomes, 272, 3 touchdowns. It's funny, Blaine Gabbert went in and then just threw 2 picks. Oh, man. Fields is bad. But it's not even all his fault. They just have a horrible coaching staff. They got no talent around them. DJ Moore did get a touchdown pass, but Chase Claypool sucks. I can't believe he traded a second-round pick for him, man. I never thought that guy was good. He was getting hyped up his rookie year. I didn't get it. And, I feel good about it now because it's like, man, I didn't get it. I was like, why is he hyped up? He's not good. I don't want to hear it. He's not good. And Fields isn't either. I mean, Bears, honestly, they should just keep him in. Just because they'll keep losing anyways. And then they'll have a good pick next year. So, and then you better get Caleb Williams. Just get Fields out of there. You already had one number 1 pick. You traded that away. If you get another, here's what you do. Take the free quarterback that's on the board. All right. You could add Bryce Young. But forget it. This was a good one. This one, Cowboys-Cardinals. Shout out Cardinals, man. Last week they screwed up, but 1-2. They're 0-2. Could easily went to 0-3. They're playing the Cowboys. Cowboys, like I said, I feel like Cowboys are one of the best teams in the league. They're kind of my Super Bowl pick. I don't want them to win the Super Bowl, but they're kind of my Super Bowl pick. Oh, where are we? Here we are. But, yeah, they just got out to a lead. Got out to a nice low lead. And we're able to hold it. Cowboys just, they didn't get much going. Had that one red zone. I remember a red zone pick. Was that in the second half, I believe? And that kind of sealed the door a little bit. That might have been at the end of the fourth. I mean, they probably out of it at that point anyways, but James Conner, 98 yards, touchdown. Rondell Moore had a rushing touchdown. Josh Dobbs, baby. Josh Dobbs. This is crazy. Josh Dobbs. They don't even have his jersey on the team website. He was trying to get his own jersey, and it wasn't there. Guy's a starting quarterback. I know he's a backup. I've been trashing him all year. I know he's a backup, but, come on, man. The guy's starting for, most of the year. Kyler's out. Put his jersey up there. Come on. Do better. But, yeah, 28-16. Nice win for the Cardinals. Cowboys 2-1. Cardinals 1-2. Pollard, 122 yards. Rico Dowdle with the touchdown. Interesting. But Marquise Brown had a touchdown, too. So, yeah, solid stuff from the Cardinals. They've been getting trashed all offseason about how they're tanking and they don't have Kyler, traded away DeAndre. Hey, they went out there, they fought hard, took down one of the hottest looking teams in the league. So, credit to them. And it's funny because the Cowboys blew out the Giants, and the Giants were getting blown out by the Cardinals. Came back, beat them, and now the Cardinals they didn't blow out the Cowboys, but they handled the Cowboys pretty well. They handled them. So, good stuff. It's good stuff. So, into Sunday night. I didn't watch much of this one. The football fatigue got to me. I just wasn't feeling it. Steelers, Raiders, man. I wasn't excited about that. The Steelers are a little disappointing. Not disappointing. I just don't think they're that good. They're okay. They're mid. They're mid. Which is all right in the National Football League. But Jimmy G, 3 picks, 4 sacks. Josh Jacobs, disappointment. Devontae Adams, somebody get this guy on another team, man. He's just getting wasted. He's 30 now? He's only got so many years left till he falls off a cliff, unfortunately. But this Raiders team, 1-2. 1-2. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. But Calvin Austin, touchdown. Freiermuth had a touchdown. Pickens, 4 for 75. Devontae, 172, 2 touchdowns. So, that's that. But, yeah, Steelers got the dub. Last one I had Cowboys lost. Had Raiders on this one, Raiders lost. So, a little disappointing on the picks, but who really cares? I mean, it's just for fun anyways, but heading into Monday, easy pick, Eagles -5 against the Buccaneers. Thought the Buccaneers would battle a little bit better, but they couldn't get anything going. Baker Mayfield, not a great game from him. He didn't do much. Hurts had 2 picks, but ran one in, threw for 1. Swift, another big game from him. I don't know why Kenneth Gainwell was the number 1 back for them. I don't know why he was seen as that. And then the one game he's injured, and Swift goes off. Gainwell comes back, Swift still goes off. He's talented. He just gets hurt. So when he's playing, he's good. A.J. Brown, slow start to the year, good game from him. 9 catches, 131. So Devontae Smith didn't do a whole lot, but yeah, solid game from the Eagles. Felt like an easy pick. 25-11. Eagles 3-0. Solid start. Bucks are fine. They're actually at 2-1. That's okay. No big deal. No big deal at all. But we move to Rams Bengals. This one wasn't fun to watch. You got 2, high-powered offenses. I was waiting for him to do something. But Burrow, that calf is not right. Something's not right with that calf. He sucks. He's bad. He's not good. Mixon ran for 1. Jamar Chase finally showed up this year. 12 catches, 141. That's pretty good. T. Higgins, he hasn't done anything. Puka Nacua, he came back down to earth for this game. 5 catches, 72 yards. That's still really good. Higbee, 5 for 71. Tutu Atwell caught 1. But Kyron Williams, disappointing game from him after having a very good first 2 weeks, but that's tough. Rams, they got 49ers last week, Bengals this week. They played 2 tougher teams. Now they find themselves with 2 losses. Same with the Bengals. Better than 0-3 though. So they're both 1-2, but I think the Rams should be able to make a playoff push. They need Cooper Kupp back. He'll help a little bit, but defense is solid. Bengals, it's up to Burrow. Burrow's got to heal up or something. I don't know. He just doesn't look the same. He doesn't look good out there, but we'll see. We will see. That is it for the preview. The review video. We were 12-4 this week on the picks. Not too bad. Makes me want to make some bets. But